आप सब लोग मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं? इज माई वॉइस ऑडिबल टू एवरीवन?
हाँ जी।
थैंक यू सो मच। मैं आप सब लोगों का तहे दिल से स्वागत करती हूँ आज इस पावरफुल प्रोग्राम में, किस कोविड एरा में अपने आप को कैसे प्रिपेयर करें सो दैट वी कैन लिव अ वंडरफुल लाइफ, सो दैट वी कैन एंजॉय एवरी मोमेंट। आज एक ऐसा वक्त है जहां पर बहुत सारे लोग स्ट्रेस्ड हैं, परेशान हैं, उनको समझ नहीं आ रहा कि इस मोमेंट में जहां पर पीपल आर लूजिंग जॉब्स, डेली न्यूज़पेपर के फ्रंट पेज पे आप देखते हैं कि 50,000, 80,000, 70,000 पीपल आर सफरिंग फ्रॉम कोविड इन इंडिया। तो इन सच अ सिचुएशन जहां पर आपको हर वक्त सुबह उठते ही नेगेटिव न्यूज मिल रही है, how to keep our mindset right, how to stay healthy, how to prepare ourselves, और आज इन्हीं सारे सवालों के जवाब आपको हमारे इस पावरफुल प्रोग्राम में मिलेंगे। आई फील सो ब्लेस्ड कि मुझे मौका मिला आज आप सब लोगों के साथ इंटरेक्ट करने का, आपके साथ डिस्कस करने का कि किस तरीके से इस मोमेंट को, जहां पर हम खुद भी पॉजिटिव रह सकें और लोगों के अंदर भी पॉजिटिविटी भर सकें, इस तरह के मोमेंट को हम लोग एक टीम वर्क, टुगेदरनेस के साथ ही कंटिन्यू रख सकते हैं। आज मेरे साथ जो मेरी को होस्ट हैं, शी इज अ वेरी वंडरफुल एंड वेरी रेनाउंड हेल्थ केयर मैनेजमेंट प्रोफेशनल, जो आपको हमारे साथ बताएंगी कि किस तरीके से कोविड-19 के चलते इस सिचुएशन में अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करना है। Before I introduce today's speaker to you, I would like to introduce what Disha is doing. Disha for Success पिछले काफी सालों से प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर इंडस्ट्री में काम कर रही है, एंड दिशा फॉर सक्सेस ने सिर्फ एक ही चीज पिछले 7 इयर्स में लोगों को प्रमोट किया, लोगों को एम्पावर किया, दैट इज अबाउट होलिस्टिक हेल्थ, कि अपनी हेल्थ को किस तरीके से हम लोग वंडरफुल रख सकते हैं, physical, mentally, emotionally, financially, spiritually, on all the parameters, how can we stay healthy? हम अपने ड्रीम्स को कैसे फुलफिल कर सकते हैं, हेल्थ एंड हैप्पीनेस को किस तरीके से अपने लाइफ में एक्सपीरियंस कर सकते हैं। I would like to speak something about Dr. Sonika also. Dr. Sonika, she is a very good friend. Along with the friend, I really admire her, the way she is working in her profession. Dr. Sonika by profession, she is a doctor, लेकिन डॉक्टर होने के साथ साथ she has got vast experience of dealing in healthcare. She has got vast experience in mentoring and training healthcare professionals. She is dealing with big hospital brands, जहां पर वो बच्चों का प्लेसमेंट, बच्चों को किस तरीके से आगे वहां पर उस इंडस्ट्री में ग्रो कराने में वो उनकी मदद कर सकें. She is also heading learning and development cell with Chitkara Institute, and she is very passionate about preventive healthcare industry. So आज हमें डॉक्टर सोनिका गाइड करेंगी और हम सब लोगों को बताएंगी. मैं आप सब लोगों की तरफ से डॉक्टर सोनिका का स्वागत करती हूं, जिन्होंने बहुत ही अपना कीमती समय निकाल करके आज आप लोगों के सामने वो अपना वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस शेयर करेंगी. सो डॉक्टर सोनिका अभी हमारे साथ ऑलरेडी लाइन पे, सो डॉक्टर सोनिका को अभी मैं अनम्यूट कर रही हूं एंड शी विल बी हियर जस्ट विद यू. या डॉक्टर सोनिका, आप मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं?
जी.
ओके डॉक्टर सोनिका, सो मैं चाहती हूँ कि आप लोग तहे दिल से एक बार डॉक्टर सोनिका का स्वागत करें. शी इज ऑलरेडी हियर विद अस एंड शी विल शेयर विद यू हर वास्ट एक्सपीरियंस. इज माय वॉइस ऑडिबल टू एवरीवन? बिकॉज यहाँ पर कुछ मुझे डिस्ट्रप्शंस लग रहे हैं.
Am I visible now?
Yeah, Dr. Sonika, you are very much visible.
Great.
And all of us, we welcome all of you. बहुत सारे लोग हमें YouTube चैनल पे सुन रहे हैं और बहुत सारे लोग अभी Zoom पे हमारे साथ कनेक्ट करते जा रहे हैं. So thank you so much, Dr. Sonika, for your precious time, and all over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Induji. A very good afternoon to everyone present here. And first of all, I would like to appreciate and thank Disha for Success, Induji, Sanjuji, and their team for I've known them for quite a number of years now, and they have been relentlessly, passionately working for preventive healthcare. That is probably where we could find something in common as well. But the way they have been trying to spread this wave of, long before COVID-19 struck, even then, they had this mission, they had this vision to, work for a society wherein everyone is aware, everyone takes charge of his or her own life. So I really appreciate their work. And I really thank you, Induji, for this opportunity. And I'm trying to share my screen now. Let's see, it's not.
Yeah, you can share your screen.
Let me just, okay, before I start in, I'll just move in with my presentation. It is there. Is it visible?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it visible now?
Yeah, it is visible.
Great. Let me just make it full screen. Okay. Right. So, Induji has already mentioned, and all of us with 6 months into this pandemic and 8 months world over, if you speak about it, we know quite a bit. We know so much that, there are two reasons for us to have this talk now. Both me and Induji agreed, and I don't think there could be a better, timing for this, given the easing out of restrictions to the extent that they have been done now. So there were two basic reasons for us to do it now. One, all of us are flooded with information, and there is so much of confusion because of that. And it has this, the new buzzword is infotainment. So people are using this information not to bring in any change in their lives. It is for entertainment now. You know what, this has happened, you know what, these many cases. So we have reached that level. So that is one reason there is so much of information. And secondly, despite having so much of information, probably we are not aware of the right way, the right path to follow. And with 8 months world over into the pandemic, that fatigue has kind of creeped in. All of us are tired. We want to get on with our normal lives. So that thing also has given rise to that complacency. So all of us, let us, whatever our preconceived notions, I just request you to keep it aside for like 15-20 minutes. Let's together think about it and try to come to some solution. When we go away from here, we have something positive to take home, and we promise here that we'll work on that. So second thing is that, how we deal with that fear, that has led to, we have on a spectrum, we have two extremes. There are people now who have reached the stage that, it doesn't matter anymore. That is why the government is opening up. So they have gone totally complacent. And then we have people I know right now, just before this meeting, we were discussing, who had panicking so much that one sneeze or, one bout of cough, and they are locking themselves up, and they are locking everybody else out. So we have, and we somewhere we lie in between. In between that, I think we'll agree on that. So what we want to do is, whatever information we have, we want to segregate that into, what is evidence-based, what is the, and let it guide us to a right path. And this is not just, believe me, if we look at it at the end of it all, this is not just what we are trying to do. That is not just for this era. These are difficult times, but post this era also, I think if we talk about our health, I think this should help us all. So all of us, if you have access to a pen or a paper, just a small, if you have it, it's fine. If not, just keep it in your mind. Just think, take a minute. I'll pause for a minute. Just think about it. What is your health goal for life? If you now sit here and you don't think about anything else, so think of your health goal at the moment. Forget about COVID, that could be part of it. But if you think about yourself, your family, what is your health goal? Just write it somewhere if it is possible. If it is not possible, just keep it in your mind and keep it there. We'll come back to it. It could be anything, being more fit, more active, losing weight, to something. I'll share mine when we come to that part of it, right? So overall, we'll be talking a bit about Corona. We know whatever we know and more, and how do we prepare further? How do we make sure that after this moment on, after this, probably this day, this presentation or this talk, that this conversation that we have, we don't panic anymore and we take charge. So all of us are aware about this SARS-CoV-2 virus, we call it. It is a virus, not even a full biological, I would say, organism. It's an entity. And it has led to a disease. It is new to us. It has led to a disease. Some people are equating it completely with flu. Yes, it belongs to the family of viruses which are causing flu as well, but it is not the same. We'll discuss why. So it is a virus, it is a droplet infection. That is what is making it so dangerous. And all of us know two ways that we are getting this virus, right? One is you're touching anything which is contaminated by the droplets. And second is having close contact with a person who is probably through coughing, sneezing, or even exhaling, passing on those droplets. Those droplets are heavy. They don't roam about in air. They will settle down on something. You will end up touching that thing and take it home. So we all know this much. And we know about the common symptoms. We know dry and continuous cough, fever, tiredness, malaise, and there is loss of taste and smell, which we are very commonly finding in people. But then here I would underline and highlight one thing. Not everyone who has coronavirus gets symptoms. That is what is making it dangerous. We have asymptomatic carriers. They do not know that they are carrying it and they might pass it on to people ahead. So that was one aspect of it. Just before passing on to how now we are going to deal with it, we are already dealing with it fine, but somewhere I told you that probably the fatigue, the fear, the confusion, we want to get rid of that. And when we move ahead, we want clarity. So that is what our endeavor is today. To prepare for it, we need to understand why do we need to now. We have done everything what has been told to us. Now restrictions are easing out. It is business as usual. No, all of us know that. It cannot be that. Why? Our already very fragile healthcare infrastructure, those of you who have been to a hospital in the last couple of days know that COVID or no COVID, if you have any other ailment also, it has become a task to get a regular test. Our healthcare infrastructure is overwhelmed, so we know what struggle our frontline workers are going through. We know the normal population with normal ailments, what they're going through. So what we can do to make it a little better in our own possible manner, that is what we are trying to do. In the entire next 20 minutes of presentation, I'm dividing it into two parts. One is your social aspect, which is the first part, avoiding the transmission, avoiding the infection. So there are two aspects: preventing from catching the infection, and you don't want to give it away also. So that is avoiding the transmission. And secondly, how to strengthen your immunity. That is the individual part of it. You look at in two different compartments if you want to, though they are quite at times overlapping. But if you talk about the social aspect, the transmission, we know this is how we avoid this. The picture is self-explanatory. We know we avoid transmission by wearing masks, by following respiratory etiquettes, personal hygiene, hand hygiene, at least 10 times a day, social distancing, staying at home, if at all it is possible. Now, why I have put this here when it is everywhere? Every nook and corner, every building, every office, wherever you go, you know that. let me bust a few myths about masks and how we all are using that. We know primarily there are two kinds of masks. There are non-medical and they are surgical, right? So some of the us, initially we were so like overzealous and passionate, like, we have to keep it. So we wanted only surgical. Let me tell you, surgical mask is required only for healthcare workers, or if you are attending a COVID patient, or if you have some medical condition and you are 65 years plus of age. We know these are the susceptible population. Then only you need a surgical mask, and surgical mask is only like one time use. You discard it after that. We need to keep that. So these people only use it because we want it for our we have dearth of supplies. So your fabric mask, the non-medical mask that we are using day to day, so what we have come to, a simple, plain, flimsy, and probably at times soiled also. You see people using that mask that we are wearing, right? Before I combine that with these two, let me show you two images. These are by WHO. Even if you are using a fabric mask, a non-medical mask, and according to WHO, it has to be a 3-layer mask. If you want that details, I'll tell you. 3 layers means internal cotton layer and then a filter. That could be another cotton layer, and then outer probably synthetic layer you can use. But it has to be a good solid 3-layer mask that covers your nose to chin, right? So this is how simple fabric non-medical mask is supposed to be worn. And next slide tells you how you have to, a non-medical mask, do's and don'ts, what you are not required to do. Just look at it again. They say, now all of you have to do this exercise. Are we doing this daily? And when I say, are we doing it, I mean you, and you take responsibility about your family as well. That my family members, my kids are doing this. You have to wash your hands before you wear your mask. When you're wearing your mask, you don't touch your face. When you have touched any face and touched your mask, the infection is already there if you've gone out. So when you remove your mask, you wash your hands again. You put it in a clean bag until it is washed. And that mask has to be of a quality which could be boiled if it is a non-medical mask. And then you use it again. So you can have a regular zip pouch, any pouch, keep it safely in there. What are we doing? We have a designated place, yes. We use it, we keep it there. It looks clean to us, we use it again. Because what masks are doing to all of us. It is giving everyone a false sense of security. Why we are having every single day largest number of infections for the last 3 weeks. We are the third now, after US and Brazil. But think about it. Why is it not stopping after like such a strict lockdown and everything? Because everyone, if you say you're wearing a mask, right? You're washing your hands, but we are not wearing it correctly. You see all your vendors, they would be having their mask lying down somewhere or probably on their chin, so it never be covering everything. So it is not the mask alone. Along with mask, you have to teach your children, you have to teach your elders also, because they have been teaching us to sneeze into your hand or, a hanky or something like that. You have to sneeze into your elbow, never into your hands. That we already knew, but to some extent in our culture, we have this thing, you cover your mouth. So that was the safest thing to do. So those respiratory etiquettes, everyone has to follow. Hand hygiene, personal hygiene, very, very important. And I believe each one, we know the 6 steps. We know the minimum amount of time, not less than 20. Some people just do the formality, I'm done, I've cleaned. So when they are saying 20 to 30 seconds, it actually takes 1 minute. If we are doing it properly, there are 6 steps. The front, the back, in between your fingers, the nails, your thumbs, your wrist. It takes at least a minute if you do it properly. Make sure whosoever is around you, educate them, your family and your children, to still follow it with same enthusiasm that they were doing it at the beginning of the lockdown. When we had 500 odd cases, we were really scared. Everyone says that, no? Now the things are, cases are increasing so fast, and we are kind of tired, but the virus is not tired. So we have to do that. Now, mask, the non-medical mask, let me bust another myth about that. The mask that you are wearing, you're not wearing for yourself. It is protecting others from your infection. There is a very famous, a term used in Zulu tribe, African term, Ubuntu. Many of you would have heard that, which says, I am because you are, right? All of us are so connected, and never before had we realized that this is how all of us, now we understand my actions, they affect not just my family, my neighbors, everyone around me. And you won't realize how this chain multiplies. So this mask, non-medical, surgical mask protects the wearer as well, but the non-medical mask, you are protecting, somebody standing next to you. So when you're going out thinking I am protected, please maintain the distance, not less than 3 feet. I have seen people in grocery stores everywhere. They're just barging in. They feel you're wearing mask, I'm wearing mask. What is the problem? I can just cross you. That 1 meter minimum or 3 feet. And let me tell you one very interesting thing. A study says with every 3 feet that you increase the distance, 50% chances of infection, they further decrease. So if you can keep that distance, and which is very, very important for us to do that, we are not realizing. So your mask without your respiratory etiquettes, without your hand hygiene, without your social distancing cannot do anything. So even if now that you feel a little safe, you're meeting your friends in the, while your walk or your visit to the garden, please maintain the distance. I have many case studies from my colleagues, my friends who are doctors, who are healthcare workers. They had a COVID positive person just there with them, but they followed everything verbatim. They did not falter on the minimum distance requirement. They did not falter on the right usage of the mask and not touching and cleaning. They did not get it. And we have so many, because there is contact tracing, and we have so many such cases who could avoid the infection just because they followed the rules. So do not get complacent on this. Don't let anyone around you get complacent on this, right? So we move on after mask. This is why we had done that social part. So the golden rules, everyone is telling us, avoid these 3 C's. Close spaces. Try, if you have to, two families have to, if you have to meet, try to be in an open space. Crowded places you have to avoid, however tempting that is. Even if there is a sale or something, anything, choose the hour. You are smart enough to make sure that you are avoiding when it is crowded. Close contact settings, wherein you come in close contact with people, you have to avoid that at every cost. Now, this is probably what we are here for. Now, the individual aspect of preparing ourselves and making sure that we take care of not just ourselves, our families, and everyone around us. How do we strengthen our immunity? Now, here also, we already have so much of information. We think that we know so much that what else can someone? Yes, these things we all know already. The problem that we are facing is in implementation. So let us try to make sure that at the end of it all, when we have a kind of 5-point program or something for you, I have tried to devise. So make sure you follow that. Try doing that for at least 2 weeks, and then we will see how it affects our immunity. What basic certain a fact checked about immunity? Let me tell you. We all know, immunity is our body's defense mechanism. We have innate immunity as well. We have artificially acquired as well. But our body has a system to fight infections. There is the whole lot of machinery, the cells which are specially made for this purpose, and you are enhancing that immunity by doing certain things which make you a bit resilient to infections. And when we say that, we have seen this with the corona as well, that if your immunity is good, and by immunity I would say your metabolic health is good, that is your immunity, then you will be able to face this better. Right? People are catching the infection but having very mild symptoms and everything. So there are certain things, how we can boost our immunity. And before that, I just wanted to share, I found something. Let me see if I can get access to that. I'll share that as well. Okay. I'll be adding that later to probably the link which will help you access. Now, before starting with that, let me tell you, being in healthcare industry for almost 2 decades now, I can tell you one thing: there is no everyone is different. Everyone's disease is different, and you're having the same medicine, but you're not having the same results. There are multiple reasons for that. So you need to understand your body. You need to understand that there is no one system of medicine that is one-stop shop or anything. And I have our ancient traditional wisdom, Indian culture, if we talk about, our naturopathy, our Ayurveda have a lot to contribute, and we have seen such good results. So probably what we are coming to now is amalgamation of various approaches so that we find that one good thing for us all. So let us see. If we talk about immunity one by one, I have divided into 3 parts. One would be diet and nutrition. Now again, it is somebody else's special. There are good number of dietitians who can guide you what to eat and how to eat. I will be telling you, it is not just what you eat, it is how you eat and when you eat. So if we want to work on our immunity means we are making sure that our body is toxins free. So there are certain things that you have to follow. No one pill, no one syrup can give you immunity overnight. You have to work on it, along with of course, the supplements which are helping you out these days. What you eat, we know there is a balanced diet. So when we all know that it has to be little low on carbs, it has to be rich in proteins, you should have all vitamins, minerals, everyone knows. So I will just tell you one thumb rule: when you are sitting to eat, just make sure that this is how your plate should look like. You should have only 1/4 of it should have carbs, 1/4, as I'm depicting that in the picture, proteins, and then 40% of it, the other half, how it would look. The fat won't show really separately on your plate, but half of your plate should be your veggies that you've cooked for yourself and your salad. So when you're eating from now on, let's be a little more mindful and make sure at least we are eating this way, what you eat. And another important thing in what you eat is, let's get away from all the processed, refined food alternatives that we have become so used to. Whatever natural, whatever across generations we have been eating, people like, I really love that about Ruchita Divekar and such, those other dietitians who say that eat what your dadis and nanis have been eating. You are genetically kind of ready for that. So your plate should look like that. How you eat is something that we don't really think about. So this is the second part. Now, this all has a meaning for your immunity, and we are at the moment just focusing on diet. So after deciding, okay, this is what I'm going to eat, I'm going to cut down on my carbs, but then how we eat. 3 things I will ask you. Those of you who watch television or read anything or do any such thing or listen to probably news during that time, or probably audio itself, just keep it all away. You are giving yourself 20 minutes of mindful eating. You are switching off that television from now on, and you are using all your senses to eat. 1. Secondly, you need at least 20 times for your brain, the satiety center in your brain, to get that signal. And so from, bachpan se, we've been told 32 times you have to chew. That is good for you. If not 32, start from 10, 15, but that will make sure that you spend at least 20 minutes on your plate, whatever the quantity that you have put into it. And third point, don't fill yourself to the brim. Give yourself 80% when you are done, you have to leave it. So this is how we are going to eat from now on. And then Third, and probably the most important thing for me, I have really seen immense changes in people, in myself, with this thing: when you eat. Our culture, when I mentioned about naturopathy, Ayurveda, or our Indian culture, our way of eating, how our dadis and nanis have been preparing food and feeding us, one beautiful thing about our culture has been fasting. And all of us, we always, we are, but we kind of never associated it scientifically with the benefits that it could give us. When you eat, for most of you, to simplify, as of now, after 7, no eating will do. And if you see people, the case studies, if we think of such group of people, or people, individual person as case studies who have really lived long and healthy, all of them after 6 or 7, they don't eat. They never ate after 7. And that is a common thread that I have found in all the case studies. So whatever the reason, lockdown did, it mess up with our routines, I believe. But from now on, these 3 things that we are making sure to prepare our body, to make it, to boost our immunity, is about eating, about our diet. And when we say when you eat, I want to introduce a new concept. Many of you would already be following that. That is of intermittent fasting. So those of us like me who cannot go for a 1-day or 2-day fast, I've never been a fasting person. This is a pattern of eating. Already all of us, if we eat at 8 at night and next day we eat at 8 in the morning, we are fasting for 12 hours already. So if we can stretch it to 14 hours and have a 10-hour, say, eating window, or probably 16 hours and have an 8 hours eating window, it works miracles. I'll share a person's, I'll ask you who introduced this concept, but this really, really works well. Your body gets time to heal, to, kind of regenerate. And we have ample scientific evidence in favor of this thing. And it's a topic in itself, a separate topic itself, but I'll speak about it more in detail later. Apart from that, it is not just, what we eat, your physical activity. Many of us, I have seen people being very active during lockdown as well. They could maintain, and many of us could not. But this coming 1 or 2 years that we are kind of preparing ourselves for this and for the rest of our lives, at least spare 1 hour for yourself in a day. That would include your probably 40-50 minutes of exercise, and your 10 minutes, or to begin with, your meditation. Physical exercise, whatever form, be it walking, cycling, yoga. Many people have taken it to it. Cycling, like you can see, people on road like never before. And apart from that, you have to stay hydrated. Despite it's the weather which is forcing us to be a little regular on that, but still, you should have your 8 to 10 glasses of water. Have enough sleep. Netflix is very tempting, and some of us are workaholic also, I know. For those of you also, I would recommend, for this period, 7 to 8 hours you should give yourself. That is required for your body. And then, of course, you have to avoid smoking. We know we are talking about a lung ailment here, and these things really, really decrease your immunity, and so many bad effects. So, and along with that, of course, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, they are said to boost your immunity. But I would like to again bust a myth here. Vitamin C tablets, or for that matter, any such thing, will not prevent the infection, corona infection, to happen. But we have studies which show that it actually boosts your immunity. And in flu and in such diseases, it has managed to decrease the duration of the disease. So it is effective. It is good for your immunity. You have to take it. You have to be very, regular on these things. And then it would be incomplete. I'll take another 5 minutes to wrap it up. So it would be really incomplete if I just talk about your physical health. If I talk about your body, we have talked about food, we have talked about exercise, and all of us know the benefits. But it's mind, body, and soul. It is an integrated approach that you need to have. If you are already not investing time in yoga, the breathing exercises, especially, I would say they are really, really recommended. Spend at least 20 minutes in that, and 10 minutes of meditation, the minimum. People are doing it effortlessly and intensely for an hour also, I know. But what your mind can do at times, your mind kind of creates your reality. So I really believe in that. And if you think, there's one very favorite, I was discussing with Induji the other day as well. I have a very, very, there are many case studies, so many people keep on studying behavior. There were two set of piano players once, in a study. One set of piano players were asked to practice on a piano for 2 months for a concert, and the other set was asked to mentally rehearse it and come back after 2 minutes after 2 months for the same concert. And you won't believe it, the evidence, their brain waves when they performed in that concert were the same. Your mind is so powerful. They did not physically practice it, but their body knew. So you have to work along with taking care of your body. You have to take care of your mind, and looking at the increasing number of now the online consultations with the psychiatry department and other such departments and psychologists, we can say mental health has taken a toll. These few months have been difficult for everyone, but we can deal with it. And try starting off. If you guys are already doing all of this, give yourself a pat on the back. I would say you guys are doing great. And if something is missing, this is the time to add it, for an overall, if you're looking at a holistic health picture. And positive affirmations, we know, again, there is, you just one click of a button, what we are talking about. But I am just asking for your 5 minutes of time just before you sleep and when you get up. Let's stop talking and thinking negatively about this scenario. Let me give you a thought. You think about your individual life or anybody that you look up to, be it any professional life, or even we think about a country also, India for that matter. Any disruptive phase, any phase that has caused immense problem in your life, in your country's life, in world, wherever, has led to a great phase, after that. Great realizations, great achievements. So that little phase of disruption at times, jolts us out of that slumber that we are in. So let us take it like that. So this period is difficult for all of us. Our social, economic, cultural life, everything is suffering. But then from now on, we won't talk about the negative. We know that, and we have media channels doing their job there. But let's talk about positive affirmation. Just 5 minutes before you sleep, when those thoughts, they say they marinate in your subconscious mind. So since we are talking just about immunity today and health today, you will be telling that I am healthy, I'm good, and I will be like this. I will get out of it, with a robust health, when all of this is over. So talk to yourself for 5 minutes, do that, and get up. When you first thought in the mind, in your mind in the morning should be of gratitude. All of us are here, so much is happening, and we have made a choice, and we are here together. It really makes a difference when 20, 30, 40 people or 100 people come together and think about things, and we back up each other, and we work together. It makes a difference. So every day you start with that, and we'll see the difference. Just whatever we have discussed so far, if we do that individually for 3 weeks, come back and discuss what it has done for us. I think we'll learn a lot from each other. So I will just try to sum it up in this one slide. In the beginning, I asked you to think about your health goal, right? For me, if I think about it, I think about it quite often, that I want to age gracefully in a manner that I'm independent at the age of 90 or 100 or whatever I'm blessed with. I want to be independent, doing my own stuff, going around with my regular chores. Quite, you want yourself to be healthy. Even at that age, you don't want to be dependent. For someone, it could be going through a rough patch health-wise or something. So whatever your health goal is, I can assure you These are this 5-point program just for 3 weeks that you have to do on a daily basis. I'm sure it will help you really move forward in your journey, and that I can really assure you. So first thing is, again, about your diet. Not just everything and anything that comes my way. I'll think about it, I'll plan it, I'll enjoy it, making it and having it, everything. We are doing everything together as a family now. It's not just the mothers who are cooking. So all of us have a contribution to make, but give a thought. The best doctor, the best doctor advice I would say, and I give to people is, listen to your body. You know what works for you. Nobody, me or any dietitian or any doctor, nobody can tell you, okay, this food is a miracle food, or this is a whole industry altogether. But it is for you to see, okay, works for me. You talk to the right people, you get the right information, and you make the right decision for yourself that, okay, this is now I'm going to follow this diet. And then go natural. Here I have mentioned it just for your diet as of now, that whatever raw you can have, please enjoy that. Clean it. It's not going to, there are so many, we can have a separate topic on that as well, on fomites and but normal cleaning of fruits and vegetables, and then keeping it aside for 24 hours, it will do in your refrigerator. So you stay away from those breads and all the processed biscuits and pastries and whatnot, and dry cakes. We really enjoyed our baking. That could be a treat maybe after 15 days. But as of now, when you're starting with this journey, day one, you will write, okay, I am off refined sugar, I'm off whatever bread and whatever I'm getting from my bakery. So these two things. And third thing, intermittent fasting, I introduced, and probably most of you, because many people are doing that already. Let's have a look at this guy. If any of you would recognize him. He's Dr. Yoshinori, and I hope I am pronouncing that right. Ohsuma. It's Dr. Yoshinori Ohsuma. He is a Japanese biologist that we can see. He got a Nobel Prize for Medicine in 2016. What for? For introducing the concept of autophagy. Autophagy is a different again, but that is actually fasting, how your cells recycle, how it slows down aging. So this is not something off the various YouTube channels or your online platforms that I'm talking about. Try doing that. From today on, whosoever thinks that you have to make a change, 12 hours fasting you're doing. After 8, you're not even popping an almond, which is a healthy snack otherwise. After 8 o'clock in the night, after your dinner, say 7, let's fix it up at 7. You're having your breakfast at 7 or say 8 for, just for the beginning. Try doing that for a week, and then maybe you can graduate to 14 hours fasting, then maybe 16 hours. I'm doing 16 hours. It really is, so many things that that those regular complaints, they just go off. Meditation, again, if you're not doing it, please spend 10 minutes from the very basic. Just sit there and concentrate on your breathing if you may, but just start it now. You will see. Now, we are giving each other 3 weeks time for that. And then physical exercise, 40 minutes, whatever form you enjoy. Be dancing to your favorite song. Please do that. So at the end of this presentation, my message to all of you, be smart, be safe, and be supportive. Be kind to each other. This is a chain that we have to create. What I am telling you, please share with your family, your friends. Don't let the chain stop, as Induji and Sanjayji are doing. They are not stopping anywhere. They are just spreading the message and, bringing more people on the platform. So thank you very much, Induji, for this, for inviting me here and for giving me this opportunity for sharing my thoughts. If anyone has any query, I'll be more than glad to, take it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Sonika, for your precious time. And I'm sure हमारे जितने भी participants आज यहाँ पर हैं, they must have been enlightened with this powerful talk. And as you rightly said, It is just a small effort we can do, but small effort, they create a big change. So such programs are just a message जो हम यहाँ से सीखते हैं. अगर वो चीजें हम लोगों को भी सिखाएंगे, so definitely the chain will never break. जिस तरीके से कोरोना की चेन हम ब्रेक कर सकते हैं with such spreading such kind of information, जिससे कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग सेफ रहें. And I've seen why I've invited Dr. Sonika today. I've seen the kind of passion she has, and you know, she always believes in preventive healthcare. Being a friend, I know her. Whenever we meet, we only speak about prevention. So I thought this will be the best opportunity to bring Dr. Sonika in front of you so that you all can understand. And my dear friends, maybe this COVID will teach us new lessons. See, as Dr. Sonika has rightly said, कि जब भी कोई डिस्ट्रप्शन होता है, कोई प्रॉब्लम होता है, हर प्रॉब्लम हमारे लिए एक बहुत अच्छा फेज लेकर के आता है. सो इट्स अ बिग अपॉर्चुनिटी. आज तक हिस्ट्री में कोविड-19 से पहले शायद प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर पे इतनी बड़ी इंफॉर्मेशन कभी मार्केट में आई नहीं थी. इम्यूनिटी को स्ट्रॉन्ग करना चाहिए. ये 6th क्लास में, 5th क्लास में जब बच्चा साइंस पढ़ने लगता है तब से उसको समझ आ जाता है. लेकिन कहते हैं ना, जानने या मानने से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. जानने या मानने के बाद what we do with the information, that creates all the difference. So again, I'm so grateful to Dr. Sonika for investing her precious time here, and I'm sure जो भी उन्होंने आपके साथ information share किया है उसको आप अपने लाइफ में एग्जीक्यूट करेंगे एंड इम्प्लीमेंट करेंगे. उसके बाद जैसे कि डॉक्टर सोनिका ने कुछ पॉइंट्स बताए, आई विल री-एम्फसाइज ऑन दोस पॉइंट्स with my personal experience. Last 7 years से we are working with a big team of doctors. We are working with lot many pharmacists, and definitely our team is spread across 7 states of India. And across India we are working. हमारे साथ बहुत सारे लोग आज यहाँ पर हैं जो हमारे रेगुलर ट्रेनिंग प्रोग्राम्स अटेंड करते हैं, जिसके अंदर बार बार हम लोग री-एम्फसाइज करते हैं अबाउट एंशिएंट इंडियन विजडम. सो जैसा कि डॉक्टर सोनिका ने कहा कि राइट डाइट, कहते हैं खाना पेट भरने के लिए नहीं खाना चाहिए, खाना न्यूट्रिशन के लिए खाना चाहिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मेरी कार जो डीजल से चलती है, अगर मैं उसमें पेट्रोल डालूंगी तो डेफिनेटली मेरी कार का इंजन जैम होगा. इसी तरीके से मेरी बॉडी को न्यूट्रिशन चाहिए so that I can stay healthy. और अगर न्यूट्रिशन की जगह, जैसा कि डॉक्टर सोनिका ने बताया, अगर हम बेक्ड फूड, प्रोसेस्ड फूड वो सब लेंगे तो हमारा पेट तो भर जाएगा, लेकिन हमारी बॉडी को प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन नहीं मिलेगा. और अगर बॉडी के अंदर प्रॉपर न्यूट्रिशन नहीं है तो जो हमारा सेल्फ डिफेंस सिस्टम है वो अच्छे से काम नहीं करेगा. सो न्यूट्रिशन इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अगर हम न्यूट्रिशन की बात करें, अगेन 5th and 6th क्लास में ही बच्चा इसके बारे में पढ़ना शुरू कर देता है. What vitamin A does for our body, vitamin C, vitamin D. मुझे लगता है अगर एक 6th 7th क्लास के बच्चे को भी मैं इस पे सेशन लेने के लिए बोलूंगी जिसने साइंस पढ़ा है तो वो बहुत अच्छे से बता पाएगा. सो इनफैक्ट मुझे लगता है जो बचपन में हम लोगों ने पढ़ा है 10th क्लास तक, अगर हम उस इंफॉर्मेशन को भी अपनी लाइफ में एग्जीक्यूट कर लें तो हमारा बीमार पड़ना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. प्रिवेंशन इज बेटर देन क्योर, ये लोग हम हमेशा से सुनते आए, बट क्या हमने एग्जीक्यूट किया? सो आज इंफॉर्मेशन की कमी नहीं है, आज एग्जीक्यूशन की कमी है. वी आर ओवरलोडेड विद इंफॉर्मेशन, लेकिन उसके बावजूद व्हाई वी आर सफरिंग? बिकॉज execution is missing. So this session was not only about information. This session was to inspire each and everyone about execution, कि हम लोग उस information को कैसे execute करें. Second very important aspect जो मैंने prevention में समझा कि ancient Indian wisdom like Ayurveda, बहुत सारी चीजें जैसे दालचीनी, इलायची, सौंठ, इतनी सारी चीजें जो अगर हम अपनी लाइफ में एग्जीक्यूट कर लें तो शायद हम लोग का इम्यून सिस्टम हेल्दी रहेगा, हमारा गला खराब नहीं होगा. लेकिन उसको साइंटिफिक वे में, अब कई बार क्या होता है कि हम लोग बहुत सारी इंफॉर्मेशन को गैदर करते हैं और उसके हिसाब से अपनी परसेप्शन के हिसाब से उसको परसीव करते हैं और अपने हिसाब से उसको एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं, थिंकिंग दैट कि नथिंग हैज साइड इफेक्ट्स। सी अगर किसी भी चीज को हम ओवर कंजम्पशन करते हैं, वेदर इट इज आयुर्वेदा, तो भी ओवर कंजम्पशन कैन ऑल्सो लीड टू साइड इफेक्ट्स। अभी पिछले कोविड-19 के चलते सो मेनी केसेस हम लोगों को देखने को मिले कि जिन लोगों ने बहुत सारा ओवर कंजम्पशन किया, डर, आउट ऑफ पैनिक, जिसकी वजह से मुंह में छाले कुछ लोगों के होने लगे, तो हम लोगों ने उनको एजुकेट करना शुरू किया। एंड आई सैल्यूट एंटायर दिशा फॉर सक्सेस टीम फॉर गाइडिंग एंड एजुकेटिंग पीपल कि आप लोग अपनी मर्जी से कंजम्पशन मत कीजिए, गो फॉर अ साइंटिफिक फॉर्मूला जो कि प्रूवन है, जो किसी एक्सपर्ट ने आपको बताया है, अपनी मर्जी से आप मत कीजिए। बिकॉज कई बार हमें लगता है कि सारा कुछ हम खुद ही कर सकते हैं। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, अगर सारा कुछ हम खुद ही कर सकते होते तो हो सकता है एक्सपर्ट्स के एडवाइस की हमें जरूरत ही ना पड़ती। अभी आई हैव बीन ट्रेन्ड एंड गाइडेड बाय डॉक्टर DBA नारायणन। मेरा भी जो एक्सपीरियंस है, आई वॉज नॉट फ्रॉम द हेल्थ इंडस्ट्री, लेकिन मेरा एक पैशन था। आई वॉज डीपली पैशनेट अबाउट एजुकेटिंग पीपल एंड आई यूज टू ऑर्गेनाइज लॉट मेनी प्रोग्राम्स ऑन इमोशनल वेलनेस। सेकेंड, जो डॉक्टर सोनिका ने एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात बताया कि इमोशनल वेलनेस, मेंटल हेल्थ, इट इज ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। अब हमारा बॉडी कैसा फील करता है, अंदर से हम कैसा महसूस करते हैं, उस पे भी हमारा इम्यून सिस्टम वर्क करता है। मान लीजिए अंदर से हम डरे हुए हैं, डिप्रेस्ड फील कर रहे हैं, नेगेटिव वेव्स हमारे अंदर आ रही हैं, हम नेगेटिव न्यूज सुन रहे हैं, नेगेटिव सोच रहे हैं, नेगेटिव बातें कर रहे हैं, सो डेफिनेटली वो भी हमारे इम्यून सिस्टम को वीक कर देगा। सो अपने न्यूट्रिशन, डाइट एंड न्यूट्रिशन के साथ साथ हमें अपना मेंटल हेल्थ, इमोशनल हेल्थ की भी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी हमारी खुद की है। कई बार लोग मुझे कहते हैं कि इंदु जी, इस नेगेटिविटी से कैसे बचें? सी अगर आप अपने दिमाग का दरवाजा खोलेंगे ही नहीं तो कोई नेगेटिव डाल नहीं सकता। मान लीजिए मेरे ड्राइंग रूम का मैं दरवाजा खोलूंगी तभी तो कोई कचरा फेंक पाएगा। अगर मैं पूरा दिन एनग्रॉस्ड हूं अपने आप को पॉजिटिवली एम्पावर करने में, सो नोबडी कैन गिव नेगेटिव टू मी। कई बार लोग मुझे कहते हैं इंदु जी, हम तो बहुत पॉजिटिव हैं लेकिन लोग हमें नेगेटिव कर देते हैं। मैं अगेन एम्फसाइज करूंगी, किसी में ताकत नहीं है आपको नेगेटिव करने की, लेकिन जब हम अंदर से नेगेटिव होते हैं, खुद ही गलत सोचते हैं, तो कोई बार में उसके बारे में आके बात करता है तो हम भी उसके साथ रिलेट करना शुरू कर देते हैं। सो व्हाट इज इनसाइड दैट कम्स आउट। तो सबसे पहले हमें अपने अंदर पॉजिटिविटी को फिल करना है। जैसे कि डॉक्टर सोनिका ने बताया, सेल्फ एफर्मेशंस, हेल्थ गोल्स, हेल्थ बजट। मैं जनरली देखती हूँ कि लोग अपना हेल्थ बजट तब बनाते हैं जब वो बीमार पड़ जाते हैं। मैं हमेशा बताती हूँ कि मान लीजिए हमारे पास गाड़ी है तो उसकी सर्विस हम तब कराते हैं जब हमारी गाड़ी बिल्कुल ठीक चल रही होती है। उसका हम इंतजार नहीं करते कि हमारी गाड़ी खराब होगी उसके बाद जाकर के हम अपनी गाड़ी की सर्विसिंग कराएंगे। तो जब अपनी कार के लिए, अपने 2 व्हीलर के लिए, अपने 4 व्हीलर के लिए हम हेल्थ बजट बिफोर हैंड डिसाइड करते हैं, उसका गोल पहले ही डिसाइड करते हैं कि कितने हजार किलोमीटर पे उसका सर्विसिंग होगा। सो व्हाई नॉट विद दिस $1 ट्रिलियन बॉडी? इट इज ऑल्सो अ मशीन एंड इट इज अ वेरी इंटेलिजेंट मशीन। तो किस तरीके से हम अपनी बॉडी के लिए भी प्रिवेंटिव हेल्थ केयर बजट बनाएं, प्रिवेंशन के लिए गोल्स बनाएं। एंड आई टोटली अग्री विद डॉक्टर सोनिका कि अगर हम एज हो रहे, एजिंग के साथ साथ अगर हम लोग किसी पे डिपेंडेंट हो गए, सो लाइफ विल नेवर बी ब्यूटिफुल। आई ट्रूली बिलीव लाइफ इज ओनली ब्यूटिफुल व्हेन वी आर नॉट डिपेंडेंट, व्हेन वी आर इंटरडिपेंडेंट। जब हम दूसरों की मदद भी कर सकते हैं, दूसरों से मदद भी ले सकते हैं, एंड सोशली वी कैन कनेक्ट, socially we can transfer the positivity. So when we are interdependent, then only life becomes beautiful. And fifth thing, जो मुझे बहुत 7 years में मैंने सीखा और समझा, काफी सारे डॉक्टर्स आज मेरे दोस्त भी हैं और काफी फील्ड वर्क किया, मोर देन 1000 हेल्थ कैंप्स दिशा फॉर सक्सेस और उनकी टीम ऑर्गेनाइज कर चुकी है। मोर देन 5000 टीचर्स को हम लोगों ने डिफरेंट स्कूल्स में जाकर के ट्रेनिंग्स दी और काफी सारे स्टूडेंट्स के साथ हम लोगों ने वर्किंग किया, काफी सारे यूनिवर्सिटीज में सेशंस दिए, उसके चलते जो एक इंफॉर्मेशन हमारे पास आया, जो एक सर्वे हमारे पास आया, उसके बेसिस पे मैं आपको बताऊंगी कि न्यूट्रिशन, मान लीजिए राइट डाइट के साथ साथ आज हम लोग मोबाइल रेडिएशंस के बीच में हर वक्त है। मोबाइल रेडिएशंस के साथ साथ जो हमारी वेजिटेबल्स भी हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग के सबके घर में किचन गार्डन नहीं है, सो हमें नहीं मालूम कि फार्मर्स उनमें क्या डाल रहे हैं, क्योंकि हमारे फार्मर्स भी ज्यादा वेल एजुकेटेड नहीं है, तो कई बार उनको नहीं मालूम चलता, उन्हें जिसने जो खाद बेच दिया वो बेचारे डाल देते हैं उसके अंदर। तो अब ऐसे में क्या होता है, एक्सेसिव यूज ऑफ यूरिया एंड पेस्टिसाइड्स, वो भी हमारे हेल्थ को, जबकि हम की ग्रीन वेजिटेबल्स लेते हैं लेकिन वी आर नॉट श्योर कि वो वेजिटेबल्स कितने प्योर हैं। एंड देयर इज अ डेटा फ्रॉम वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कि 0.2% पॉइजन हम सब लोग शायद अपनी किचन से ही कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं। तो ऐसे में हम लोगों को एडिशनल आयुर्वेदिक सप्लीमेंट्स, न्यूट्रोस्यूटिकल्स सप्लीमेंट्स लेने की जरूरत है। तो उसमें मैंने देखा कि एंटीऑक्सीडेंट्स दे प्ले अ वेरी बिग रोल, एंड इसके पास हमारे पास काफी सारी स्टडीज हैं, काफी सारे टेस्टिमनीज हैं। इनफैक्ट हमारे दिशा फॉर सक्सेस की टीम में ऐसे बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिन्होंने कोविड-19 पे काफी सारे लोगों को एजुकेट किया। और आयुर्वेदा, एंशियंट आयुर्वेदा से जिनको जैसे मान लीजिए रेस्पिरेटरी प्रॉब्लम की कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हुई, सीजनल एलर्जी हुई, सीजनल एलर्जी के केस में काफी हेल्प मिला, जहां पर उनका रेस्पिरेटरी सिस्टम को कैसे स्ट्रेंथन करें, उसके लिए आयुर्वेदा में देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स। एंड अनदर थिंग मैं एक चीज बोलूंगी, जब भी आप कोई सप्लीमेंट या जब भी कोई आप आयुर्वेदा ले रहे हैं, प्लीज सी द क्वालिटी, क्वालिटी मैटर्स अ लॉट। माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, हमारा जो बॉडी है इट इज वेरी प्रेशियस, तो जिस तरीके से हम हर चीज में क्वालिटी देखते हैं, उसी तरीके से जब आप अपनी बॉडी के अंदर कुछ भी कंज्यूम कर रहे हैं, ऑलवेज लुक एट द क्वालिटी। So again, I'm grateful to all the participants, and again, I'm grateful to Dr. Sonika for being here, जिन्होंने आज आपको educate किया, आपको guide किया, and together we take a pledge कि इस कोविड एरा में हम डरेंगे नहीं, पूरे रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस को हम लोग फॉलो करेंगे एज इट इज, जैसे डॉक्टर सोनिका ने बताया उससे में हमें कोई फेर बदल नहीं करना, जो साइंटिफिकली हमें बताया गया है हमें उन रूल्स को फॉलो करना है। सी, फ्रीडम इज गुड व्हेन वी टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, और जब हम अपनी फ्रीडम को रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के साथ नहीं निभाते तो वो किसी ना किसी के लिए मुश्किल का कारण भी बन सकती है। सो फॉलो ऑल द रूल्स एज डॉक्टर सोनिका राइटली सजेस्टेड, एंड टेक अ प्लेज कि हम लोग हेल्दी फूड खाएंगे, मेडिटेशन करेंगे, पॉजिटिव एफर्मेशंस, बिकॉज पॉजिटिव एफर्मेशंस दे प्ले अ वेरी बिग रोल। सुबह उठ करके कोई ऐसी 5 चीजें जो आपको लगता है कि यस, इनके लिए मुझे ग्रेटफुल होना चाहिए। मैं जैसे डॉक्टर सोनिका ने कहा सेल्फ अफर्मेशंस, मैं आपको अपनी सेल्फ अफर्मेशंस बता देती हूँ जो मैं डेली कर रही हूँ, और आज से नहीं, पिछले 20 सालों से, शायद 25 सालों से कर रही हूँ। सुबह उठते ही मैं और संजय जी बेड से उठने से पहले ही कहते हैं थैंक यू गॉड कि हम लोग आज उठ पाए। उसके बाद हम कहते हैं थैंक यू गॉड हमें कितना सारा ऑक्सीजन मिल रहा है, थैंक यू गॉड हमारे पास रहने के लिए घर है, थैंक यू गॉड आवर फैमिली इज हेल्दी, थैंक यू गॉड हमारे पास कोई हमारी फैमिली में बीमार नहीं है, सब लोग हेल्दी हैं। तो छोटी छोटी बातों के लिए आप लाइफ में ग्रेटफुल होना सीखिए, और ग्रैटिट्यूड एंड डिस्टर्बेंस इट कैन नॉट कोएग्जिस्ट। खुश रहने के लिए छोटे छोटे कारणों पे पहले खुश रहना सीखिए, गॉड विल गिव यू बिग रीजंस। जब हम छोटे छोटे कारणों से भगवान के लिए ग्रेटफुल होंगे ही नहीं, तो भगवान बोलेगा अरे ये लोग तो कभी ग्रेटफुल होते ही नहीं। जैसे मैं अपने बच्चों को समझाती हूँ, मान लीजिए मैंने अपने बच्चों को कोई छोटा सा गिफ्ट दिया और उन्होंने मुझे बोला थैंक यू मॉम, एंड दे आर हैप्पी, सो एज अ मदर मेरा दिल करेगा कि मैं अपने बच्चों को और दूं। लेकिन मान लीजिए वो क्रिप करेंगे, कंप्लेन करेंगे, तो शायद मुझे लगेगा इन्हें किसी चीज की वैल्यू है ही नहीं। सेम एज विद गॉड, जब हम छोटी छोटी चीजों के लिए ग्रेटफुल होना सीख जाते हैं तो भगवान हमारे जीवन में बड़े बड़े रीजंस देता है टू बी हैप्पी। सो माय डियर फ्रेंड्स, विद दिस I'll finish the session, and again I wish you, your family, health, wealth, happiness. Don't panic, enjoy life, follow the rules. Disha for success as a team. is committed to create a difference. But we will be able to create a difference when united we stand. सब लोग मिलकर अपनी self responsibility के लिए काम करेंगे. And as I've told you, every Thursday we will bring up some topic जो हमारे जीवन में difference create कर सकता है. So next Thursday, 4 o'clock, Mr. Sanjay Agarwal, and we will speak about what kind of mindset we need to follow in this 5G era. So I'm sure this session will help you a lot. In case you have any queries, WhatsApp number is already there. In case you want to know anything, ask something from Dr. Sonika, आप अपना मैसेज कर सकते हैं. आपको हम लोग रिवर्ट करेंगे. We assure you, your queries will be answered, and definitely you will be guided, and we will help you to guide your family, your friends, and to create a difference in the